Meanwhile, we have oil moving higher as investors assess President Trump's ultimatum to Iran to reopen the Strait of Hormuz, and Tehran's threat of more reprisals is being described as the largest ever supply shock for global crude markets. And Will Kennedy, our EMEA news director, joins us now for more. Will, let's say that this deadline tonight, it's 15 minutes before midnight London time, comes and goes. What happens to oil prices then?
Well, oil prices are still grappling with the fundamental fact that the Strait of Hormuz is still largely closed and presumably will remain largely closed after that deadline. I don't think anything fundamentally changes for the oil market, apart from the fact that this conflict will continue to seem intractable. If Trump follows through on his threat, however, it will be an enormous escalation, especially given the threats that Iran has made to retaliate against assets across the Gulf, including energy assets, and it will make a resolution to this conflict seem further off. So in either scenario, unless Iran capitulates and says, yes, we're going to open the straits, which I don't think anyone expects based on what we've seen from Tehran so far, it's a question of will oil go a little bit higher or a lot higher.
Yeah, OK, and it is going a little bit higher at the moment, isn't it? Well, I mean, given the equity markets seem to be responding as if we got a lot of new information over the weekend and a lot of it was negative. Oil prices just making very modest moves to the upside. But interesting, on the Brent curve, if you look further out the curve, actually, we seem to be seeing more response and prices going higher further out the curve over the next year or a couple of years. Does that give us a sense that maybe the market is increasingly thinking about the longer-term impact of this?
I think if we look at the market reaction across the board today, clearly it's about pricing in the fact that this conflict isn't going to stop anytime soon, and even if it does, there won't be a clear and quick resolution to the problems that we've seen build up through the global energy system over the last few weeks. I think many traders at the start of this conflict thought it would be short-lived, and you saw a lot of people trade oil on that basis. But as we get longer, the dislocations through the global energy system get worse, and the time it will take to get things back to normal increases, which is why we've seen the sort of pricing action further out that you described, Anna.
And indeed, in terms of that retaliation, you've had Iran just threatening to mine the Persian Gulf if its islands and coast are attacked. So it's only a heightening of the rhetoric on both sides coming now.